What's poppin', AHAT? It's the big homie OD getting it cracking for you one time. Trying to give you some positive vibes while everybody on lockdown and quarantine. I'm here live on the set with my folks, Reese, aka RX, to all y'all battle rap fans.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, OD? What's up, though? I still don't see it on here, though, OD.
it's about to come. It's about to come.
Okay,
You see it yet or nah?
got you.
You see it now?
Yeah, I want to share it.
Okay, bet. All right, so we got Reese up in the building. Y'all gotta excuse me because I had us on bootleg stream. It was on private, and y'all we we was back here thinking we was doing something. It was on private, so so that's why we 14 minutes late, 15 minutes. So it's all good. But so Reese, I was recently on Instagram and I seen you posted a clip from your battle with MyVerse, and so I went and I checked it out, and damn, that was a fire battle. And it is like the sexiest battle in battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
OD has spoken. Yes, facts, facts,
Right.
facts.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's about time somebody put that together.
I know, right? It's been a long time coming, but KOTV made it happen, though. You feel me? Shout out to King That Died. What up, though?
Yeah, that's a beautiful look right there, literally. So, as I checked out the battle, I watched the first round. So let's break this down round by round. So the first round in your battle versus my verse, and you guys can check it out online on YouTube, and definitely like this video and hit the notifications and all that, share it. But in the first round, you was cooking. And so what I noticed, because I remember when you first started battling, and then I seen you battling this time, and so I just seen a big progression and improvement. Like you were punching all over the place in the first round. I'm like,
Yep,
damn, you
yep.
came out like
You
a
gotta come out the gate
tornado.
crazy.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta come out the gate crazy like that in the first round. Because I used to kind of like focus on putting my punches more on like the second and like the third round and have like a different type of format for my first round. But I felt like that wasn't really working. And I was kind of giving the first round away because my opponents were coming and they was punching, punching, punching in first rounds. So that's when I had to like, learn like, okay, you got to start out the gate crazy. You know what I'm saying? And from doing like 1 round battles, I kind of learned like, okay, you got to be punching back to back. You got to keep the crowd engaged. You got to, give them something to ooh and ah over. So after, like 7 or 8 battles in that I am right now, like, I kind of got the format down a lot better, and punching is definitely one of my best abilities. So, everybody getting punch, punch, punch every round. Period.
Right. That okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me man, I got this chat thing all messed up. I still got the old chat on, and it ain't showing the new chats. I see him saying putting stuff on the chat, and I'm like, why it ain't showing up? Because I got the old chat.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. All right. So when I looked at that first round, I was like, oh, you really took the first round. So that was kind of obvious. It wasn't really close in my opinion. Basically, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then in the second round, why don't you break down what happened in the second round, how it turned out, or how you think about the second round?
The second round, I think I had more schemes in my second round, but nevertheless, the schemes still were in and punching every other bar. So I kind of like fused the two together, like the punches and the schemes. You know what I'm saying? So the second round was dope. I really liked my second round. I think I brought like a lot of content, like the elements of hip hop. I did all that. I kind of like broke her down a little bit, like how she got started in battle rap. And I dropped a couple of bombs in the second round. Some shock value, and I don't know. The second round was just crazy. Like, what I'm saying? It was a dope round.
And she actually, so I thought she started off slow in the first round. You obviously took the first round. The second round, she heated up. She got better. She started
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
getting comfortable or whatever.
Right, right.
And so I thought
Yeah,
the second round was a lot closer than the first round. Like I almost think it could have went either way in my opinion. It was a good man. That battle was
yeah,
cracking though for sure. And then
yeah. It definitely is.
I also in your progression, I also noticed that not only are you punching more, but it's like your punches are landing heavier. Like you just improved all around as a battler.
Right, right. Because I take every single battle and I just analyze it after it comes out. So you can, it's like in the moment, it's like I know what's going on, I pay attention, but it's not like watching from the outside in. It's me watching from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
I don't be paying too much attention to like the crowd, the reaction and stuff like that. I just be in go mode. But once I watch it back, I see what works and what doesn't work. And everything isn't going to work for every audience. It's not like a cookie cutter type of thing where you could do the same thing with this audience, that audience, that audience. Like, no, you got to like tailor everything to the audience, to the demographic, to the lead, to the stage, to the opponent. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to like tailor everything around all those things. You can't just come with like regular bars that you would for like this person or that person. So I had to like learn those things the hard way, over time, because I never had nobody put in my head telling me like, oh, you gotta do this, or you gotta do that. No, nobody ever really told me those things, so I kind of had to like learn as I went along. But now that I know all that I know, I'm gonna definitely use all that for like my next battle. So each battle, like my progression is so crazy because I'm really working on my shit. I'm really working on my craft. Like this ain't something that you could just do overnight, or you know what I'm saying. It's like an experience that you have to get better for real.
Right. Okay. So let's take a look at the comments real quick. Shout out to
Okay.
shout out to Dre Vicious. He
Dre, this shit, Dre.
yeah, he giving you a shout out, man. You know Dre Vicious like one of my battlers. You know when we was getting it cracking, he was
Right.
like one of my favorites. So shout out to my boy Dre Vicious.
Yeah.
Who else is on there? Brody Wilson. He says that was a sexy fire battle. Okay, Illusion Z, this is back. Give it up for the ladies. Who's that? Finesse and Chill.
I see Finesse
Uh,
and Chill on there. What's up? Finesse and Chill trying to show us some love.
Illusion of Lies. He's talking about RDRDR. He taking it back right there. No, he said OD a creep on the low. Man, tell him we damn near like family. Don't you know? Don't you,
Right, exactly. OG, that's
man?
like my brother.
Yeah, tell him
They should,
what's
if I have my hair down right now, they will see the resemblance, okay?
right.
It's curls
No,
over everything. That's my bro, like,
exactly. COE.
yeah, no
Don't you
bullshit.
see those? Don't you see those dream catchers behind her, man? That's natives up in this piece. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly. I got the Native American and the West African one with the Orishas. Y'all already know what I'm on. You feel me? I rap about it all the time. Like, y'all already know,
Right.
like, come on,
Right.
man.
Get with it.
They know I'm Native American and West African.
Exactly. Young Pop. He said
Shout
RX the
out to Young
Queen.
Pop. Shout out
Yeah.
Young Pop. One of the early AHAT dudes. That's my dog right there.
Right, for sure. No said more like my daughter. No, I'm just no, I'm just a hater, man. I need to take off on Nove next time I see him.
Oh my god.
All right, so
No, it's
then
crazy.
let's get back to the battle. We're gonna go back to the comments in a minute. Also in the comments, I'm gonna get to this later in the interview, but throw some ideas on who you think she should battle, and then we're gonna who she should battle in the future, and then we're gonna address that in a minute. So all right, in the MyVerse battle, when we got to the third round, speak about the third round and let us know what happened.
Okay. So the third round was she was like, you know what I'm saying? She was going into her second round. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, like she started heating up or whatever. And she was getting crowd reaction. So somebody told me like, hey, like you gotta rebuttal. Like you never rebuttal before, you have to rebuttal. And I was just like, dang, like, okay, like I'm gonna just see what I feel like to rebuttal. And then that's
Right.
when, I had the rebuttals to start off the second round. And it was crazy. It shook the whole room. That shit was crazy. And then I'm rapping. And then, like, she started, like, interjecting on my round. And then I was like, it kind of like threw me off. And then I was able to get it back. But I just personally felt like, fuck this shit. I'm done. Like, my pride is at, like, the best of me. I'm, like, a real, like, prideful person. Like, oh, you want to fuck me? Fuck this battle then. That's how I felt in the moment. But now I look back and it's like, dang, like, I should have just soldiered it out and just finished my shit because that's what made the battle, like, way closer than what it should have been. Like, if I had to finish, I mean, I didn't have that much more, but nevertheless, like, if I had, like, finished my shit out, it wouldn't be like, ORX, you lost that round indefinitely. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like my pride couldn't, in my personal way, and I don't blame MyVerse for what she did. Me and her spoke afterwards about the situation. I don't blame her because any opponent can talk during your round. I just never experienced that before on that level. Like for her to just like stop me from rapping, have an outburst, and I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? So it threw me off my square. But now going forward, I know like don't let nothing throw you off your square, whether it's from the audience, your opponent, like, technical difficulties, the lights will go out, the camera can stop rolling. Like, you don't know what's going to happen in the battle. You know what I'm saying? So now going forward, it was like a very hard lesson that I had to learn. But nevertheless, I learned it, and I'm ready for the next opponent. Like, they can talk all they want, but like you have to you know what I'm saying? You gotta shake that shit off and keep it moving. Period. Because you got like an audience, you got fans and stuff that's watching you and rooting for you, and they want you to win, and you can't let nothing throw you off.
Right, that's real talk. And that's good. I could just hear it in how you talking that you just evolving and learning and soaking up this game and just getting tighter
Right.
for the next
Right.
one. So that's dope.
Exactly.
All right, let's hit back these comments up real quick. Somebody, Nazi or whatever, he said, we miss you, OD. Okay, that's much love. On the free TV, on the Z free TV, they said squad death certificate, showing
Let's
you
go,
love.
squad.
Speaking of death certificate, I don't know if you know this, but I rock with all y'all, all the ones that battle that I know of. You know what I'm saying? I rock with all y'all. But for a while there, me and Beats Gatlin, like we kind of fell out a little bit, had a little disagreement. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't. I mean, it probably started in the AHAT group, but then so I just started messaging him directly. And I was heated. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, what's really good? And he was cool or whatever. So, I wasn't messing with him for a while there, right? And so it was probably just a misunderstanding on my part. It was probably me doing extra or whatever. I don't know. Don't even recall what it was. But the way he handled it was cool. He didn't trip. It wasn't like two hot heads getting at each other. It was just one hot head and one person being cool. And then, as over time, all I seen him do was like hold it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I can't help but respect that. So, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? I
right,
had to
right.
push the dumb stuff aside and like, man, this a cool dude. Why am I even tripping? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I,
no, Beast is definitely a cool person. I mean, me personally, I don't know anything about y'all two having problems or anything because
right, yeah,
I don't know nothing about that. Men's
yeah,
business is men's business. Beast is
right,
squad, but that has never come up to me ever
yeah,
about
yeah.
inboxes or nothing like that. But I do remember back the very first Bizzle Bar Fest. I do remember y'all two not really gelling that much at the event. And I was like, dang, we here to come together for your thing. Like, dang, what's going on?
Yeah,
I do remember something like that, but that was what, 5 years ago now, 4 years ago?
yeah,
That
yeah.
was
It was
many,
way
many
back.
years ago now. But no, I do remember that. But I
Yeah,
never knew what was going on or why.
right,
I
right.
never knew nothing about that men's business, and I stayed
Yeah,
out of that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah.
yeah,
So
for
this is
sure,
my
for
first time
sure.
hearing about that. I was kind of surprised. But no,
Yeah,
Beast is super cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm putting it out there. I was kind of tripping. So you know what I'm saying. So I rock with all y'all,
Yeah, yeah,
beats,
we definitely rock
everybody.
with you, OD. You already
Yeah,
know.
you already
Yeah.
know what's popping. You
And
know what I'm
R&B.
saying.
I fuck with y'all. Y'all my dogs all the way. 100.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, so now let's get into your battle that you had with Geechi. So
Oh my god. You
yeah,
wanna call this battle? But
yeah,
yeah, okay, no. That was for Dre Vicious for
okay,
his gender reveal party.
right,
It was like a random idea that came from Black Diamond. Black Diamond was the one who put that whole thing together. Shout out to Black Diamond. And
okay,
she was like, it would be so dope if we had a battle to reveal the gender. And I immediately was like, hell yeah, that would be fire. And she was like, I want you to be the female. And I was like, where me? Okay, let's do it. Who you want me to battle? And
yeah,
I kind of wanted to battle B Dot because I felt like he would bring that content or whatever. But they
right,
had already set it up with Geechi, so I was just like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And I think that that same weekend, Geechi had battle Clutch, and I just
okay.
remember going home that night and being like, I gotta fuck this nigga Geechi up. I can't just let him get over on me. I can't let him do me grinding. You feel me? So me and
Right.
Geechi agreed to the terms of the battle and everything. And I came with what I came with, and he came with what he came with. And the battle got put out, and everybody liked it. And it was family oriented, and you can see the different side of us, and everything was super cool with the battle. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I have fun.
Okay, that's dope. All right, let's hit up these comments real quick because we got a lot that we haven't addressed yet. So somebody asking What's the status of AHAT? Shit, we locked down like everybody else right now. That's the status.
Good answer, RG. Shout out
Yeah.
to Battle Rap Trap. My dog Kenny with Battle Rap Trap. What's up?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a good question right here. Nova asked, RX versus Coffee. Would y'all battle? Y'all both popping out here on the West, and I just know it's like kind of messy or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, me personally, like we can go on Avo roof whenever. You feel me? But I don't think that she's really willing to do it. So I don't even waste my time talking about her on no interview. Like this is the RX show. You feel me? I don't deal with no negative energy at all. I'm a very positive person. You see my dream catchers in the background. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I like positive. I just burn some sage. Like you feel me? Like no, like to my understanding, the answer is no on her end, and that it is what it is. I'm not gonna like beat it that horse. Like I have big plates coming up, very big plates coming up. So I'm not going to waste my time with and meddle with. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm cool off all that. I'm cool off all that. And shout out to XP Team X's. We up in here, bro. What is that? Team X's, XP. What up? That's my dog right there.
Yeah, shout out to XP, man. Yeah, that's the homie, man. All right, let me see who else. Oh, the homie from Kansas saying what's up to me. The connects. Okay, what's popping?
What's up?
Let me see. Okay, Crack. Hey, tell me about Crack City. Like, what's the status on Crack City? Because I see Dre Vicious said Crack City death certificate. What's up with Crack City?
Yo, we still doing the same thing. You feel me? We locked down like everybody else.
Yeah, you can't steal my line.
I'm just like, no. We still got shit and moving. You know, everything in rotation. Niggas got music that they putting out right now and all kind of stuff. You know, and all but for like this whole pandemic thing, it really did slow a lot of stuff down. You know what I'm saying? But like we still here though. You feel me? The squad is still intact. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still doing good. You know, it's my bros. We all got our own shit moving right now. Period.
Okay, on Crack City death certificate, man. It's kind of funny, but this man, it's cold. All right, what did you think about when Dre Vicious battled Finesse, SO Finesse, man? Because every time I watch that battle, it's like some of my hair falls out when I watch that battle. my hair goes straight. You know what I'm saying?
Is Dre still in the chat right now? Dre, are you still in the chat?
Let me see.
Put 3 up tops if you still in the chat, Jay. But hey, I was up in Mexico that weekend. I didn't know what was going on. I came back and it was just complete turmoil. I'm so glad I wasn't there that night. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't even have no words right now. Okay? Yeah. And I'm a very wordy person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know I was in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing like I always do. I love Mexico. I go to Mexico all the time. And I came back and everybody was just like, "Oh shit, you hear what happened?" And I'm like, "No." Like I was gone. Like my phone was off. Like I don't know anything. I just got back. And that's when, you know, I got word like, "Oh, this person said this and that person said that. And did you know about this?" And I'm like, I never knew anything. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. They is personal. Thing is a personal thing. I only know I mind my own business. Like I don't know nothing about that. But it was just a messy situation. And you know, we overcome all that right there.
Yeah.
Squad, Dre and Finesse are cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is good. You know what I'm saying? It was just a crazy time in the squad though.
Hey, I could imagine, man. I could imagine all the dirty looks and everything going on. But yeah, the beautiful thing is that they still cool, and you know what I'm saying? Right. That's just a part of the past.
Because we all family at the end of the day. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Like, yeah,
we
for
all
real.
love each other at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we were able to move past it, and that's what the positive rainbow at the end of the story is.
Right. And shout out to Finesse. Shout out to Finesse, man. That's somebody I hold in high regards. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That's a queen out there. All right, let's hit up these comments real quick. Delroy Robinson, he like, damn, RX is gorgeous. You see that one?
Thank you.
Hey, they said, because I'm switching the screens around, he said, enlarge the screen because she fine. Let me see. He want that screen right there.
Give people what they want, OD,
Yeah, I know. Quit tripping. Let me see. There was another good question. Where is it at? I thought it was one about who you should battle or something like that. I think I missed it. I don't even know how to scroll back up on this thing. Do you see another one about who you should battle or whatever?
I see somebody saying that when I do it 2-on-2 in MyVerse, me and MyVerse, we are a 2-on-2 team now.
Oh,
We do
that's
battle.
the question I was talking about. Go ahead, answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no. We already announced that we are a 2-on-2 team.
Ooh,
We
that's
already
hard.
fighting for, you know what I'm saying, like our battle. Nothing is exactly set in stone just yet. I don't want to give false hope or nothing like that, but everything is in, like, you know what I'm saying, the talks right now, and it's we pushing to make this shit happen. Like a crazy 2-on-2 battle should be happening for real, for
Hey,
real.
that's hard. That's
Yep.
hard. That'd be my favorite two tag team right there already.
Yeah. Yeah, we about
That's
to get this shit
hard.
cracking. Yeah, me and my brothers, I talk to her all the time. We FaceTime all the time. I'm always coming up with bars. She always coming up with bars. We put our shit together. Yeah, we serious about this shit. We ready for real.
Okay, shout out to
Yeah.
her. Okay, so now let's get into everybody out there. Start commenting on who you think RX should battle next. So, who do you want to battle next? Like, wait, before we get into that, who you think your best battle was? Like your biggest battle that just really like established you? Was it this my verse or was it
Um, I would honestly say the Bonnie battle.
right? Yeah, that's
I
the
would
one
say
I
the
was
Bonnie
thinking.
battle because I
Yeah,
think that was like right after my Queen of the Ring battle. The Queen of the Ring battle got me a lot of notoriety as well. But once I went to
right,
King of the Dot, it was like a whole different audience. Like how I talked about earlier, like it's different audiences in battle rap. It's not all just
right,
one big audience. It's different little like sects like all throughout battle rap. But once I got to King of the Dot, it was just like a whole new world, like a whole new
hmm
audience, a whole new demographic, a whole new population that I hadn't really tapped into yet, and nobody even knew who I was on King of the Dot. So people try to say that I had home court advantage or whatever. Like, first of all, the battle was in Oakland. That's like 8 hours away from my house. Like, back it off. That's not home court advantage, but whatever.
right,
Like, she was known on King of the Dot. Like, they all was like, who the fuck is this girl RX? Like, Bonnie is about to wash her. Like, she don't even know what she getting herself into. Bonnie's about to fuck her up. So I kind
right.
of just wrote to not die. Then I kind of looked through the comments. Like
Yeah,
that's my other issue. Like I don't need to be reading comments and stuff about what people who don't matter think about the battle and like the outcome of the battle. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I kind of like let that get to me, I guess, and I kind of just wrote. It could have been a lot worse than what it was, but I kind of just wrote to not die, and I got up in there and I 30'd her. So it was like
hmm
after that, it was like, oh shit, like RX, like she's a star, like we gotta see who she is, we want to see her again, and that's the battle that really like pushed me out there to the masses on like a whole different level than what I've ever experienced prior to that. So I would say the Bonnie battle
Okay,
for
okay.
sure.
All right, so let's hit up the comments real quick.
Okay.
He said my Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, what's up, Twins? He always show love. Twins always is tuned in, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, Nove said he hasn't seen that Finesse and Dre battle. Oh man, Nove, you got to see that, man. When you get done watching that battle, your hair is gonna be like mine. You're gonna have loose curls. You're gonna have
Oh
nightmares.
God, D, I can't do with you right
All right, let's
now.
see. David Johnson, he said, "Oh, I think he feeling that you and my verse as a 2-on-2. He thinks
That's
that'll
right.
be a
That's
dope.
right.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. I can't wait till
No,
y'all do that.
definitely, it definitely will be. It's gonna be everything that people want it to be and more. Absolutely.
Right, and then somebody says, "Battle my lips." I guess he want to kiss or something. Thirsty.
I'm
That's the.
social distancing right now. If y'all didn't know.
All right, so let's get into who you want to battle. I don't really see them posting no comments on who you should battle. If y'all got some ideas on who she should battle, dudes or females, it don't matter. Just put it out there.
Yeah.
So who do you want to battle? Like, what are your? Because you already up there with the Bonnie
Right.
Godiva and the MyVerse. So I mean, it's
Yeah,
starting to
I
get
can't go
slimmer
backwards from
pickings.
here.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I can't go backwards from here. It has to be. I mean, I'm not gonna say like a specific name, but me personally, I have to battle somebody that is a top tier. I can only battle
Right.
top tier from here on out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have like any like specific names, something like that. I just want to battle whoever y'all feel is a top 5 in battle rap. Those are the people that I want to battle. Those are the people that my name belongs next to, and that's where my name is gonna be next to. Like, I'm not gonna just take like a lesser name at this point. Like,
Right. Why?
there's no point in me
Why?
doing that. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
I have to keep my progress going up, and that's what I plan on doing. And I got like a lot of like crazy talks in the works right now of people that I'm about to be battling. So
Right.
it's like it's about to get crazy. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
hopefully by the summertime, like battle rap is open again, and I'm
Yeah.
right now for my next battle. I can't say who my opponent is or nothing like that, but nah, it's gonna be. Y'all thought the last 2 was crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all not ready for this. Like, it's about to be crazy. So yeah, it's about to go up from here, straight up.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, somebody said, "What about you versus Misfit?" What do you think about that?
Oh my god, that's like one of my dream battles. I love Misfit, but now that like I'm cool with her and I know her, that's like my sis. I don't know like if I would battle her. It's like different when you like know somebody. I don't think about people that I know. Like, I personally know. Like, I hit her up on New Year's. Like, I talked to her over the phone. Like, that's like my sis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like it's a little bit different. So I would like to ideally, but practically, like I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I guess I would say I would do it. I guess I could say that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's good to battle people that you know and you cool with. I don't know.
All right, for sure. Okay, somebody said 40 bars.
I would love to. I'm 100% down for that. Hell
yeah. Okay. And what about Official?
Hell yeah, of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Official is like a puncher. Like, I feel like, other than myself, like, she's like my favorite female puncher. Like, she just embodies female battle rap. Or battle rap, period. I don't want to put female on it. Just battle rap, period. She could really watch a lot of niggas. Like, they scared to battle her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not scared to battle her. What's up? I'm outside, like, all day. What's up? So yeah, Official and 40 are definitely 2 at the top of the list, as well as like AHAT. Like, AHAT, I feel is one of the better writers. 40 bars, I feel is one of the better writers. And I would love to clash with those 3 names in particular. Those are like 3 of my personal favorite female battle rappers. Battle rappers, period. I don't put female on it. Like, battle rappers, period. Those 3 names, absolutely.
Okay, somebody got some jokes. He said Bo Bent. He said them voodoo dolls in the back.
Voodoo dolls, they're Orishas.
Yeah, school real quick. All right, let me see. Is there anybody else? Yeah, somebody's agreeing with what you said. They saying this is light skin television. He says that sounds like our TV show right there, light skin television. We need to be on that. It says don't take any more average battles. Yeah, and that's what you was on. That's what you
on. Absolutely. I can't do it. I won't do it at all.
Right. Okay. So is there anything else you want to let everybody know before we shut this stream down?
Just thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram, pretty_Reese. Follow my Twitter at prettyreese. I got a YouTube channel also, pretty_Reese. Subscribe to that. I got like I've been writing nonstop during this whole quarantine shit because I'm not like going to work. I'm working from home, and I'll have more time to write. But I haven't had a chance to like record nothing yet, but I'm about to really soon. So I will be having new content, like freestyles and stuff on my YouTube channel. So I want everybody to tune in, subscribe. Right. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to what I got going on over here, and you know what I'm saying. Shipping to be back to normal pretty soon. Hopefully, God willing, and we can just get back into these bars. Yeah. Okay,
that's what's up. All right. On a side note, all of those names was like females. If it was a dude, like what battlers would you want to battle? Not female.
I want to battle a dude that's not going to be sexist. Like most dudes, they're very sexist. They just want to talk about, oh, bitch this, bitch that. Like, I think that JC would be one of the names that I could battle. And I think that he would bring very good content to our battle. Okay. So I did talk to him about it, and he kind of like said that he don't want to battle a female or whatever. But I don't know, like a dude that has a nice ass pen, like, you know what I'm saying, like that I like respect his work. And JC would be one of them. I don't know. It's like a
Some
few other dudes I'm thinking about, but I don't know.
so,
I'm not really focused too much on like the men right now, to be
somebody
honest.
somebody says Sharon.
Sharon, wow, I never thought about that one. I mean, I guess I would. I would say yes, I would. Sharon is nice. I like Sharon.
Yeah, he's hard. He can
Yeah.
freestyle too. He can freestyle his
Hell
ass
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
Are you you were talking about a rebuttal you did in your third round against MyVerse. Are you gonna start incorporating more of that in your battles? Is that something you
It's for me. It's like a feeling thing. It's like if I'm feeling the need to rebuttal, then I'm gonna rebuttal. Like I think that
Mhm.
Bonnie said something in her third round, and like I immediately thought like a rebuttal for it, but it was her third round and she rapped last, so I couldn't rebuttal it. But it's like a feeling thing. It's not like I go into it like okay, I'm about to look for something to rebuttal. It's like a feeling thing. It's like do I feel like I gotta rebuttal something that my opponent said? But honestly, I feel like the higher up in competition I go, like I guess the more rebuttals I'm gonna have to incorporate because they be having crazy ass shit that they be saying. And no offense or no slight to the females that I battled previously, but they never really said anything that made me feel like, oh, I gotta rebuttal that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the
right?
only other time was when I battled Torture. She was eating Taco Bell while I was rapping. So at the end of my round, I already had like a bar, and I like twisted the bar like in the moment to match what just happened. Like, oh, you just eating that Taco Bell, something, like the salsa trash or whatever. I said, I had did that. That wasn't really like a rebuttal though. I like just changed my bar a little bit to match what had just happened or
Okay.
whatever.
Do you
But
feel
now, like the people don't really give me that feeling like, oh, I gotta rebuttal what she just said. Like, nah, like, whatever your opponents say that gives big ass crowd reaction, those are the things that you should be rebuttaling. And like now that I'm battling like the top names, I feel like they would have those moments that make me feel like, oh, should I rebuttal that right now? So yeah,
okay? It seems like doing rebuttals, like it's kind of risky because it might throw your mind off of your
yeah, it could fall flat. People may not react to it, and that can throw you off. Like you know what I'm saying? I've seen it
yeah.
happen before with other people, but
Hmm.
like if you just say your shit and then start rapping, and who cares if the crowd reacts or not? Maybe somebody at
Right.
home won't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
then it could look one way, but on camera it looks a different way. So I don't know. It's just
Right.
like that. Sometimes. Yeah.
Before we get up out of here, check out the chat real quick. This dude, Eric Rothschild, he did the super chat. That's where you could like pay and you get
Oh,
your
okay.
comment. So you go ahead and read his comment.
Okay. Oh, Eric. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Eric. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
You see it? What it say?
You can
RX.
see always says RX 30 my heart and really affected me. Now the woman I love transferred into a nemesis. Resident Evil 3.
And spitting bars, huh?
Oh my god. That's so
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
He got skills. All right, somebody said Yokieto RX. That's your people's.
No.
All right, so everybody out there that don't know your ethnicity, tell them all of what it is or everything you
Oh
touching
my god,
on.
for real, D. We got 20 minutes extra. No, I'm just like, okay, so I guess the short version would be that I am like black and Mexican,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But like I did like an ancestry DNA test, and I've always known my family to be like Spaniard and indigenous to Mexico. So I've always known that. And my mom's family, I've always known them to be like black. But I did like some more digging, some ancestry tests and stuff like that. And I
Right.
found out that I'm actually like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm like Persian, I'm Melanesian, I'm like
Damn.
Italian and Portuguese and Spaniard, and I am like a very, very big percentage of Native American. It's like 25 or something like that. Like I'm,
Damn. Yeah.
Native American, and also like West African, like from like my mom's side, and obviously like I think I already said like Spaniard. It's like some other
Yeah.
stuff. It's like a whole bunch of. It was like 23 different regions on my ancestry.
Damn.
It was 23 different regions, yeah, and most of it was Native American here, some European and African, West African.
Right. So
Yeah.
does your mom speak Spanish or how'd you learn to speak Spanish?
Well, my dad is Mexican. Well, my
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Let me rephrase that because my dad gets mad when I say Mexican. My dad is Chicano. Okay, he like an OG veterano from the barrio. Okay. Yeah. Well, my dad is the one that speaks Spanish. My grandmother, she was from Mexico. She was indigenous. And part Spaniard, and she didn't know no English, so I would stay with her a lot growing up. So that's how I learned Spanish, and was a young age, and my dad taught me Spanish at a young age. But once I got older, I didn't really connect with it too much. I just kind of stopped speaking it until I got a job that I had to know Spanish, so I started picking it up again. So my Spanish is really good, but I'm not like super fluent. I can't
Oh, okay.
understand like other dialects of Spanish, like Puerto Rican Spanish, Dominican Spanish. I don't know what they talking about. I just know Mexican Spanish, primarily like Mexican Spanish that's from like the hood. Like that's what I've
Right.
always heard and been around. So I understand that more than anything else. But there's different dialects and stuff. There's different ways to say stuff, in Spanish, just like English. Like our English is different from like Jamaican English or
Right.
England English or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, but long story short, what I personally identify as is West African and Native American by way of Mexico. That's what I personally identify with the most.
Okay.
Like my spiritual practices, like my cultural, like what I pass down to my children. That's what I pass down to them. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, well, I appreciate you spending a little time on Saturday with me. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
OG. It was so
It's
nice to see you. Like,
yeah.
I just want to share one more story. This is really funny right now, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
When I first met you, this is gonna be so funny right now, okay? So when I first met you, OG, it was a day that Clutch battled Shy Dog at Jack Rabbit Boxing Gym.
Okay.
Okay, and Finesse was gonna battle Sonic. But remember, like that fight broke out, Sonic put on the gun and shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah,
was like, "Oh, shut this shit down. We done. We done."
yeah.
Finesse was literally about to battle Sonic, and I was gonna jump in her round. I had bars for Sonic,
Oh,
but that whole
oh,
situation happened, and I couldn't do
oh,
it. I had like
damn.
just met you that day, and you was like,
Yeah,
and R&B told you like, "Oh, this right here is Reese, and she gonna start battle rapping." I was like, "Yeah, I want to be on AHAT, this and that," and you was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, yeah, we gonna see you," and I was like, "Yeah, you gonna see me real soon." That's right, that's right. And then
Oh,
all that
okay.
stuff happened, and I
Yeah.
didn't
And
get
it,
a chance to shine that night. I was so mad, so
oh
mad.
man, messed up the
Yeah.
vibe, huh? Killed the
It messed up
vibe.
the whole vibe, bro. I was like, "Oh my god, this is awful." I had to share that real quick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I never knew that. I never knew. Yeah, that's a
Nobody
cool
ever knew. That's
story.
like my first time ever even talking about this. Like nobody ever knew. But I
Yeah.
had to let you know. Like, the first time I met you, all that right there happened that day. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh, that was a crazy night right there. Oh, that shit
It
was
was.
crazy.
It was.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, stay blessed. Take care of the family in this
Yes.
quarantine, and I'll be in contact with you.
All right, OD. Take care. I appreciate you.
All right. Much love.
All
Peace.
right, much love. Peace.
Yeah, that shit's comedy.